TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
On KUAM News Primetime.
An unexpected confrontation at the Guam Defense Forum. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story as a local activist takes the mic and calls out military and local leaders.
Tomorrow morning, volunteers are rolling up their sleeves to keep Paradise pollution-free at the Guam International Coastal Cleanup. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with how you can participate coming up.
We continue our coverage as 3 GDOE teachers make it as state finalists for the 2025 Presidential Award. More from John F. Kennedy High School coming up.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, tensions ran high on the last day of the Guam Defense Forum, where a local activist confronted military leaders and island officials over environmental concerns and the use of public funds to host the event. The moment captured on video has gone viral, drawing renewed attention to the long-standing concerns about accountability amid the military buildup. Mitsuki Hirayama reports.
A 2-day forum for dialogue on defense and security turning into a public confrontation Thursday for many watching both in the room and online.
We are the second island chain. We are not disposable.
Muñeca Flores from grassroots activist group Putehi Guahan took the floor and sharply criticized the military's environmental impacts on Guam and the growing disconnect between words and actions.
We have 30% of the area occupied by the bases. So many ancestral burials desecrated. You're saying that the issue in Hawaii is an emotional one? You are contaminating and desecrating their homeland. This is our homeland. And with all due respect, it doesn't matter how much you say homeland over and over and over again. This is not your homeland. This is our homeland.
Flores called attention to chemical contaminants like dieldrin and PFAS, substances linked to past military activities. The harmful contaminants have been found in Guam's water wells across the island, with dieldrin especially concentrated in Jigo. She notes that same night, officials held a town hall meeting to address the pesticide.
They are violating our human rights, our dignity, and our indigenous rights. With every single incident of contamination and destruction.
She also pushed back against a proposal to install small nuclear reactors to power Guam's missile defense system. Flores drew historical parallels with the U.S. nuclear testing in the Marshall Islands.
And earlier this morning, somebody asked about the nuclear reactors that are going to be placed here for the missile defense system. Nobody bothered to address that person's point. Everybody glossed over it. We don't have to look very far to look at the Marshall Islands, see what permanent displacement looks like for the islanders in the Marshall Islands. And the fact that that military waste was never removed. We have nowhere here to store any nuclear waste.
The remarks took a turn to local leaders when Flores criticized the use of taxpayer dollars to fund the very forum where she spoke.
And here we are in this hotel with everybody here missing their jobs today. How much taxpayers' money is being spent for this lip service, this propaganda? This does not make us feel more safe.
The forum, hosted by the governor's office, was held at the Dusitani Guam Resort Ballroom with over 300 people in attendance every day. That includes top military officials like Indo-PACOM Admiral Samuel Paparo and the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Energy, Installations and Environment, Dale Marks.
First of all, I want to thank our agencies are trying to give us a forum to engage, but this is not a real community engagement. And what you're saying is not real transparency. You're talking about like it's an abstract something in the future. This destruction is already happening and it's happening now.
In a statement to KUAM, Flores said, quote, The Guam Defense Forum was marketed as an opportunity for community engagement, but that didn't happen at all. Panelists avoided answering several questions and would not speak to concerns about nuclear reactors being placed in Guam for the missile defense system. The presenters seemed focused on ways to sell the buildup and influence or infiltrate the community. There was a lot of minimizing, manipulation, and whitewashing of several issues. It was patronizing and extremely frustrating. After hours of listening, I made this comment. Meantime, the governor's communications director, Crystal Paco San Augustine, defended the forum's purpose while acknowledging the concerns. She said, quote, "The forum was intended to promote a meaningful dialogue between our community and federal officials concerning the Guam buildup. This is not the end of our work, but rather a continuation of what we must do, which is to tell our story, articulate our need, and demonstrate why each of these things is vital to the defense of the nation." The governor is pleased that many members of the public were engaged and exercising the right to freedom of speech. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
A controversial bill to transfer Chamorro Land Trust property in Malesu to the Guam National Guard could be put on hold following a request from Guard leadership. As Mitsuki Hirayama reports, the proposal has been causing widespread opposition as thousands of land trust beneficiaries continue to wait for the return of taken land.
The Guam National Guard wants Senator Sean Gumatautau to put his controversial Bill 182 on hold. It's a proposal that seeks to transfer some 242 acres of Chamorro Land Trust property in Malesu to the Guard as its training site. In a letter requesting the deferment, Adjutant General Mike Cruz writes, quote, "Following a thorough review of the bill, additional discussions and consultations are necessary. These conversations will focus on the compliance requirement for the Guam National Guard and to ensure that we serve the best interests of the community." Malesu Mayor Franklin Champaco, who previously spoke out against the measure with KUAM, says he's been working to get the bill withdrawn entirely.
After, speaking with several senators, the lieutenant governor, I got their support on, trying to withdraw the bill. I also talked to the tag himself, and we're gonna sit down and talk. So, it hasn't happened yet. So I guess we'll know more after that discussion, that meeting with him. But yeah, I'm trying to see if they could just withdraw the whole bill, and maybe work on giving the property to the families.
As reported, the proposal has been a cause for debate among the community, with many calling for the return of the lands which were unjustly taken by the federal government. Commissioners were expected to discuss the bill during a CLTC meeting on Thursday. The mayor, alongside environmental activists like Pratehi Guahan, were in attendance, hoping to provide public comments. But commissioners ran out of time after addressing separate concerns from constituents for nearly 4 hours and tabled the discussion.
We were patient to stay here. I'm sorry, sir. We're really waiting. Yes, I understand. But we also need to be polite and consider our staff. They are also on the clock. These are not volunteers. Our staff is not volunteer. I make a motion that we adjourn.
Still, commissioners made their stance clear. In a press release, the CLTC says since the beginning of the 38th Guam legislature, their land inventory recognizes their ability to offer justice to eligible beneficiaries. Commissioner and newly appointed Public Information Officer Joseph Artero Cameron says, quote, "With an application waiting list exceeding 8,800 individuals, it is imperative that our land resources are not treated as discretionary or political assets." While he invites those interested in CLTC land to reach out, he says, quote, "Let us be clear, our foremost mission is to provide land leases, allowing them to create homes and sustainable farms. This is a critical opportunity to secure food independence and stability for families within our community." Meantime, the mayor of Malesu is remaining hopeful.
I'm just trying to get support from the legislature on trying to withdraw the bill, and just asking the community to just have faith, and I'm confident that good things will come out of this.
He adds plans to host a town hall meeting in his village on the measure have also been put on hold. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
And in response to the Adjutant General's letter, Senator Gumatautau requested to postpone any public hearings on his bill until he hears more from the Guam National Guard. Meantime, Commissioner Cameron says he doesn't perceive the bill will make it to committee. In other news, Senator Therese Terlahi is calling on her colleagues to reconsider Bill 13-38, legislation that would create a public-private partnership for the island's only public hospital. Terlahi says the measure, which narrowly failed in May, is backed by healthcare experts and public servants who stress the urgent need for a new management model at GMH. She argues that without transparency, accountability, or outside expertise, the hospital risks falling deeper into crisis despite repeated infusions of cash. In her letter, the senator points out that while an additional $40 million subsidy may provide temporary relief, it does not fix the long-standing structural issues threatening both patient care and the hospital's financial viability. Terlahi is urging lawmakers to act in bipartisan cooperation, saying a public-private partnership could provide the resources, networks, and accountability mechanisms necessary to improve GMH while insulating it from political interference. An 18-year-old man accused of killing a 15-year-old boy in Gigo will remain locked up on a $1 million cash bail. Arnulcio Lucio appeared in Superior Court Wednesday after being charged with aggravated murder, and manslaughter. Prosecutors say on Monday night, Lucio chased down the boy and stabbed him in the head, calling it a heinous crime that ended a child's life far too soon. Judge Sean Brown agreed Lucio posed a danger to the community and a flight risk, granting the Attorney General's request to keep him confined. Lucio's attorney told the court he plans to plead not guilty by reason of mental illness, citing witness accounts that Lucio appeared irate and intoxicated and requesting a mental evaluation to determine his competency to stand trial. That request will be taken up at his arraignment following grand jury indictment. For now, Lucio remains at the Department of Corrections awaiting his next court date. And after just 4 hours, acquitted Gavin Joshua Kitigua on all charges tied to a December 2024 car theft and high-speed police chase. Kitigua had faced 9 counts, including burglary, theft by receiving, assault on a peace officer, and multiple traffic offenses. Prosecutors relied heavily on the testimony of Officer Harao Iriarte, who told jurors he was certain Kitigua was the driver who fled police, struck a tree, and reversed into him during the chase. But defense attorney Tyler Scott argued the case lacked corroborating evidence, no DNA, no fingerprints, and no testimony from Iriarte's partner. He told jurors the case rested solely on one officer's memory under chaotic circumstances. In the end, the panel of 12 unanimously agreed with the defense, returning a not guilty verdict on all counts. A routine traffic stop in Sinajana turned into a major drug arrest early Wednesday morning. According to a magistrate's complaint, 38-year-old Abby Marie Perez Santos was behind the wheel of a vehicle with no current registration tags when police pulled her over near the Sinajana Mobile. Officers noticed suspicious movements inside the car, prompting further checks. 2 passengers, 35-year-old Anthony Mafnes Concepcion Jr. and 27-year-old Heather Lynn Cepeda Cruz, were both wanted in other open cases. When Santos refused to search, a drug detector dog was brought in and alerted officers to the vehicle. Police recovered a backpack with cocaine and a meth pipe linked to Santos. Concepcion was also caught with a meth pipe and residue, and a bag of meth weighing more than 5 grams was found under a seat. Cruz was taken into custody on misdemeanor charges tied to an earlier case. Now, if convicted, Santos faces up to 10 years in prison, Concepcion up to 5, and Cruz up to 2. Santos and Cruz were released on personal recognizance bonds, while Concepcion remains in custody. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Get ready, Guam! Kmart's turning the big 3-0, and this anniversary celebration is bigger than ever. Free prizes, big raffles, hot deals, oh, the party's everywhere at Kmart. From pantry staples to daily essentials, save big with new low prices. And with surprises popping up throughout the store, there's always something to make you say, oh! Kmart Guam, celebrating 30 years with savings, surprises, and fun for everyone. Oh, it's on, Guam.
The new Crafted Flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New Crafted Flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only from Pizza Hut.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Welcome back to Primetime. In education news, the Guam Department of Education recently completed 2 literacy trainings across grade levels. From September 15th through the 17th, elementary teachers participated in the science of reading, equipping them with evidence-based strategies to strengthen instruction. Additionally, educators who support English language learners and students facing literacy challenges at both the elementary and secondary levels took part in a 2-day specialized training to better support readers. GDOE Public Information Officer Damon Borja on why these trainings are so critical.
The interdisciplinary body of scientific research on how people learn to read and write, the drawing from fields like education, cognitive psychology, the neurosciences, and the linguistics. It all provides evidence-based guidelines for effective reading instruction by explaining the essential cognitive processes for the proficient reading, such as like the phonemic awareness, the phonics fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. This body of knowledge is not just a specific teaching method, but it's a collection of research findings that inform how to design and implement effective reading programs to help all students become skilled readers.
Meantime, GDOE plans to continue these trainings throughout the year to build sustained growth in literacy. Well, if you're not sure how you're going to spend your weekend, why not kick it off doing some good for the environment? This Saturday, you could be part of an island-wide crew participating in the 31st Guam International Coastal Cleanup, part of a worldwide effort to prevent pollution and create more environmentally conscious communities. Nevaeh Anderson has the details on how you can participate.
What do you see in your mind when you think of Guam's coastlines and beaches? Vibrant jungles, clear waters? Whatever it is, you're probably not imagining cans, bottle caps, or plastic bags. Unfortunately, that's the reality our island faces today. But the Bureau of Statistics and Plan's Guam Coastal Management Program and the Office of the Governor and Lieutenant Governor's Island-Wide Beautification Task Force say it doesn't have to be. For 31 years, Guam's community has come together in the island's largest single-day beautification event, the Guam International Coastal Cleanup. As part of a global movement supported by the Ocean Conservancy and NOAA, this year's effort is expected to cover 25 miles of shoreline. From just 4 sites and 450 volunteers back when the cleanup started on Guam in 1994, the event has grown to 23 sites with 3,000 participants today. For Governor Lulian Guerrero, protecting Guam's world-renowned natural beauty is our job. She says, quote, "I am grateful to the students, families, and organizations who give their time to keep our beaches and oceans clean. Their work today protects our island's future." Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio adding that the community, young and old, coming together to enact change is what makes the day so special. He states, quote, "Picking up one can may seem like a small thing, but when we join up as a unified community, the difference we make together is amazing to witness."
I think it's fantastic, and I think our community is coming together every year in support of this event, and I think it says a lot about our community wanting to keep our beaches and shores clean.
For Durking, it's not just about the trash left behind, but also the trash that gets washed up on our shores. Either way, the impact on the environment is real.
The trash is left on the beach. It makes its way into the waters. It can affect our coral reefs, of course. Some of the plastics can be eaten by, a fish, and that ends up sometimes on our table, right? So these are important things that we need to do to protect our waters and our shores.
He adds that the coastal cleanup is just as much about people as it is about putting an end to pollution.
What I love about this event is not only our large community, the nonprofit organizations that come out, businesses, community partners, but it's also representative of the schools and the children. So it teaches them at an early age to come out there and participate in these type of cleanup to keep our island beautiful for generations.
And to make sure each bag of trash collected tomorrow is counted, volunteers are encouraged to log what they collect in the Clean Swell app, part of a global database tackling ocean trash.
It's a fun way to make your cleanup count, and it's a fun way to get involved and actively share that data so that we understand it better on how we can curb that problem of these types of trash.
And while the event has grown into a major movement, it's still a family affair.
I look at it as a community event that really gets the families out and involved. It's fun.
Durking says rain or shine, the cleanup is happening, kicking off tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. at 23 locations around the island. But tonight is your last chance to register, as there will be no on-site registration. To register, you can scan the QR code on your screen or visit www.bsp.guam.gov. Registered volunteers will get supplies, gloves, trash bags, and a coastal cleanup t-shirt while they last. Students can also earn service learning credits for their participation. And while most of the northern sites are already filled, spots remain available down south. Durking reminds everyone that protecting our shores doesn't end when Saturday does.
This can be done any time of the year. The Island-wide Beautification Task Force supports those types of cleanups. We can provide some gloves and trash bags to assist small group cleanups throughout the year.
So imagine Guam's coastline 10 years from now if we all do our part, not just on cleanup day, but every day. And tomorrow morning, you could be part of the team that makes it a reality. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Well, now to some exciting news for all you book lovers out there. The University of Guam Press announcing The Great Pescadot by Cabrini Cruz Palomo is officially available for pre-order. This heartwarming story follows Maria, a young Chamorro girl, as she embarks on her very first fishing trip with her grandfather, Papa David, where she learns what it takes to become a great pescador. The beautifully crafted illustrations by Veronica Cruz bring Maria's journey to life, making this book a treasure for both children and adults who love stories that honor culture, family, and tradition. Again, The Great Pescador is available now for pre-order at uogpress.com. And are you ready for Island Feels 3 happening Saturday, September 20 at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse? Taking the stage is Spawn Breezy. A press conference held this morning. Kobe Onodera was there and has the details.
Clutch Music is bringing the Island vibes back this Saturday with their highly anticipated concert series, Island Feels 3. The event features headliner Spawn Breezy along with local favorites like Southern Roots, Smiles Davis, and Shibuya Station. Spawn Breezy, who is known for his mix of island music, roots reggae, R&B, and hip-hop, shared that his favorite songs to perform are those that connect deeply with fans.
My personal favorite is, there's two. I like Don't Let Go because I like the engagement with the crowd. I feel like when they sing it louder than me, that I wouldn't say it's so much the fan of the music, but you can tell the message resonates with them. And I like the idea of us connecting to music, But then, oh my goodness, I love it because it's almost like a celebration where everybody's just yelling together and having fun.
Spawn Breezy also left words of encouragement to the next generation of musicians.
I feel what worked for me was living in my truth, being who I am, and not what's expected of me. The world, it can be a crazy place, but I feel as long as there's happiness within. But yeah, living in truth, I feel that's what brings joy to anybody, really.
And for rising local groups like Shibuya Station, sharing the stage with a legendary artist is both a learning experience and a celebration of community. Robin Polino, singer and guitarist, spoke more on what he has learned from those who came before and what inspires them to make music.
I think just the audacity to be heard to make music, to be professional, to do stuff like this music stuff. Because for us, like, you know, we're always told like to follow our dreams, and, you know, but actually going through it and actually doing it, the route is like circuitous. Like it's not a straight line. It's not linear at all. It's fun. It's fun though. So I think what we got from, you know, guys like Spawn and all these musicians, you know, they offered us a lot of grace coming up. As long as we're, you know, we find like as long as we're open to learning and to new experiences like this, then we can make some good music, you know, regardless of, you know, where we started.
Island Feels 3 takes place this Saturday at the University of Guam Cabell Fieldhouse with music that celebrates culture, community, and connection through sound.
We'll be back in a moment.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Welcome back to Primetime. The students returning to Utah Valley University for the first time since conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated there. Many worried about their own safety as they stepped back on campus. And we'll also take a look at what's happening at Conifer High. The Rock says it all. EHS strong. These foothill communities are closely knit, and what happened last week a few miles down the road prompted Conifer students to act today, to say enough and take the lead on a national conversation.
Tonight, 1 week after students scrambled for their lives following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Today, Utah Valley University reopening for students in a somber return.
Just doesn't feel real.
The shooting scene now marked by an American flag.
I just feel like my heart is kind of broken.
Utah's Governor Spencer Cox praying with students and staff.
None of you asked for this, but I need you to know that this is a special place.
It comes after that first court appearance by Kirk's alleged assassin.
And your message to the campus, to Utah today? My message is that we are resilient, that we can be better.
But there is still fear here.
You thought twice about putting that hat on today.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because, I mean, if there's so much violence, and I feel like it's usually political, and I don't want to get in the middle of that.
The university president tonight.
Security and safety are paramount to us and will be.
All as the last video Kirk recorded before he was murdered was released.
It starts with you getting registered to vote.
The message of the 31-year-old who was married with 2 young children still resonating with students here.
I want to kind of make a difference. I want to do something in my community more now. Like, he kind of inspired that in me.
And tonight we've learned both President Trump and the Vice President are confirmed speakers at Kirk's memorial, slated for this upcoming Sunday.
It started quietly as the first set of students walked down the hill from Conifer High School.
Nobody should be able to debate the fact that students should go to school safe.
But it soon became apparent that this wasn't a small group. Hundreds of students walking out of class in solidarity with their friends at Evergreen. Evelyn Sievers organized this walkout as Wednesday's events hit home in an unimaginable way.
I got a call from my dad. She had called him while she was running to say, "There's a shooter, I love you."
Her mom is a teacher at Evergreen and was in school last Wednesday.
They were like, text her, and I was like, what if I call her and she's trying to hide?
As Conifer students rushed to get more information, Sievers tried to come to terms with the worst.
From my perspective, I thought that my mom was dead.
That night, when the Sievers family reconvened, they thought about what to do.
I got in touch with my representative, Tammy Story. She's local. She's the one who actually told me about the statewide walkout. And for me, that gave me something to do. That gave me kind of a purpose of, I can organize this.
Which gave way to today's walkout, hundreds strong.
Why are we the ones having to pay for the violence that could be easily prevented in government right now?
Supported by students who say this shouldn't be a partisan debate about guns.
I don't think that it should be so much of an issue that schools are getting shot up every other week.
Trying to draw attention to a rational but unnecessary fear.
I've been trying to show my support for them in any way I can, but also it's kind of scary because it could happen to anyone.
And a call to action to make things better for the next generation of students.
And we head overseas now, and that lavish royal welcome for President Trump in the UK. The first American president honored with a second state visit. He was hosted by King Charles and Queen Camilla, but many talking about the role Prince William and Princess Kate played today.
Tonight, President Trump receiving a royal welcome like no other. 1,300 British military personnel, 120 horses, and a spectacular flyover in red, white, and blue, marking an unprecedented second state visit to the UK by an American commander-in-chief. At historic Windsor Castle, the President and First Lady immediately greeted by Prince William and Princess Kate, then King Charles and Queen Camilla. The King honoring the President by allowing him to walk ahead as they reviewed the troops. With tariffs and wars in Ukraine and Gaza the focus of talks tomorrow, the British today first deploying tiara diplomacy. Tonight, a lavish white-tie banquet for the President, with a table 50 yards long.
This is truly one of the highest honors of my life.
And a toast from the King.
Allow me to propose a toast to President Trump and the First Lady.
The pomp and pageantry largely insulated from this protest about 25 miles away. NBC's Raf Sanchez was there.
These demonstrations have brought central London to a complete standstill. Protesters here say the red carpet should not have been rolled out for President Trump.
But outside Windsor Castle, British Trump supporters urging the president to make England great again.
He's really turning the US around, and we hope he has some influence over here in the UK.
At that banquet, President Trump sat next to Princess Kate, saying she looked radiant, healthy, and beautiful in his toast, and predicting a successful future for her and Prince William.
The entire U.S. Constitution is now on display at the National Archives for the first time in history.
Inside the rotunda of the National Archives Museum, history on full display.
We the people is us. It's me, it's you.
For the first time ever, the complete United States Constitution and every amendment is out for visitors to get an up-close look at the work of America's founding fathers.
This Constitution's a mess. So it needs amendments. It's full of contradictions. So is independence.
The new temporary exhibit includes the rarely displayed fifth page, signed by the man who became America's first president.
You can come
come here, look at George Washington's signature. He was the president of the convention.
That instruction for states on how to ratify the Constitution now sits in elaborate and very heavy airproof glass displays.
The idea is that this will preserve the document for 100 years.
Also now enclosed for the public to view, the 11th through 27th Amendments, which include topics like voting rights, equal protections for citizens, and the abolition of slavery.
The Constitution wasn't written for me, but I'm in the Constitution now.
Shirley Westbrook brought her grandson Rodney to the archives for the first time on Tuesday.
You can't learn it all of it in the classroom.
And that's exactly what the team at the archives is hoping visitors will take away.
It shows that our country is evolving, and it shows that these are living documents that are still relevant to our country today.
The two-week exhibit comes at a time of hyperpolarization when some may think America is more divided than united.
Given everything that's happening in our country right now and the political climate, having a direct personal connection to this document is really important to me to understand what it means and just to be in the presence of really the foundation of this country and what our democracy is.
All of it as the United States prepares for a major milestone next July, marking 250 years since the Declaration of Independence. A nationwide celebration with fireworks, sporting events, and a massive festival on the National Mall. For now, back inside the archives, an important history lesson for visitors of all ages.
This is what got it going. This is what kicked it off.
I'm really glad that we got to see it because that's a real big piece of history and that we should all learn about.
Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Calvo Select Care's comprehensive medical provider network offers our members choice and access to quality facilities locally in Asia, Hawaii, and the continental United States. We provide our members several wellness programs and healthy options to improve their overall health status. The FY 2026 GovGuam self-funded open enrollment starts September 16th and ends September 27th. GovGuam employees and retirees enroll now.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd. I didn't mean to.
Welcome back to Prime Time. We continue our coverage highlighting 3 Guam Department of Education teachers who are finalists for the 2025 Presidential Awards. We head over to JFK to chat with Miss Colette Beausoleil. Hafa day, everyone watching at home. We are here at John F. Kennedy High School and we are joined by Miss Colette Beausoleil. She again is one of 3 finalists for the 2025 Presidential Awards. And again, this award is recognizing STEM educators. So Miss Colette, thank you so much for having us today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's
thank
an
you.
honor to be here.
It's an honor to be speaking to you. Again, we are profiling and covering the 3 finalists and you're one of them here at JFK. And guys, she is no stranger to our airwaves. We know that you also won the Teacher of the Year as well.
The Guam State Teacher of the Year 2024 is Miss Colette Beausoleil from JFK.
So kind of backtracking a little bit, can you take us through your teaching journey? When did you start? What made you want to be a teacher?
Okay, well, I started a long time ago. 1989 was my first year on Guam. I had been teaching for a year prior to that in the States, and I wanted an adventure for a year. And so there was an opportunity to come out here, and I took it. And so, yes, that was 1989. Inarahan was a high school then, yay, way back in the day.
Yes,
so I started there, and then after 4 years there, I moved up to John F. Kennedy High School. A friend of mine, Dana Figueroa-Leong, was the chemistry teacher, and she and I had worked together on some projects, and she said, hey, why don't you come up? So That brought me to
Wow.
JFK, and I've been here ever since.
Wow. And I know I've met many people in passing who have mentioned that you were their former teacher, including our own Matsuki Hirayama. You were her former teacher.
Yes. In
And
fact,
you-
she sat right over there.
Hey, shout out Suki. There we go. But you know, including her and so many other people, they've said that you have just been such an incredible teacher, really got them into the subject, you know, and I know that sometimes STEM, right? It's not always, some people are afraid of it. You know, it can be complicated, but I think you have a way of really helping to make it engaging, break it down. So can you tell us why that's so important to get students involved in that?
Well, I think it's just important because the more we know, the better informed our community is, you know, the better we all are, right? So I just think, you know, my role is STEM, yes, but I just think it's about helping these young people become the best human beings they can possibly become. And so doing that through science, I'm passionate about science, but I'm such a nerd, you know, learning anything is always exciting to me. And I've had students say, you know, I took your class not because I wanted to go into STEM, but I just enjoyed learning from you. And I think it's about enthusiasm. And I really think if teachers are passionate about what they do, that radiates out. The students can't help but get on the bandwagon, like, okay, I never thought this would be interesting, but let's figure out how fast that coconut's going when it hits the ground out there, when it's dropped off the roof of the building. So I think that, just that engagement and really enjoying watching them learn. I mean, that drives me, it energizes me, and I think we just feed off of that. So I think that's been the key to success. I didn't plan to be a teacher. That was not my life ambition. Like I always tell the students, I have 18 credit hours that allow me to be in a classroom with children because my undergrad degree was in biology and chemistry. And I didn't pursue the options in medicine that I had originally thought of. You know, life happens, things happen. And so I went a different direction, and I do believe we get guidance all the way through, and you know, we push on that universe, and when we go forward, then we're making the right decision.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, I ended up in education. Long story how I got here, but it's been a great career. One I never anticipated.
Definitely rewarding nonetheless, right?
Yes,
And
totally.
speaking of that rewarding moment, I know as a teacher, there's so many, right, to choose from. Is there one that kind of stands out for you where, I asked this to your former student, Mr. Mark, who's also a fellow finalist.
Yes.
But was there like a light bulb moment that happened for one of your students where they grasped a concept for the first time and it was rewarding for you?
Well, I think that's what keeps teachers in the classroom. And that's what keeps us from going into administration and moving up the ranks in the profession, because that happens a lot for good teachers. And so I've been blessed to have those moments, and you can't put a dollar value on it.
Yeah.
But that is the big payoff. That is the reward. So I can't really name one, but if I had to just pick, it would be a young man. And I can still remember where he sat in the old building here at JFK. Our bell.
There we go. I was like, we just want to acknowledge that that's the bell. I think we can still hear.
That is the longest bell in history. Anyway, Francis Tightnose Smith, he was seated in a row in our old building, and it overlooked the Tumon Bay, right? It was just a beautiful view from that classroom. And one day we were studying satellite motion and geostationary satellites and how they function. And I still remember he was sitting 4 seats back from the front and on the last row, right by the windows. And he pointed at his book and he said, "This is what I am going to do." And at the moment, it was just sort of one of those, wow, you know, this fellow knows what he wants, right? Long story short, he did go on to become an aerospace engineer. He went to Embry-Riddle, and I remember when we joked, after he graduated, and he came back and was at a family party there with them, and he said, "Look, I think I'm your first rocket scientist." And I said, "Yes, I believe you are." And he was. So that's a great story, right? Yeah. And there have been many other students through the years, but in terms of that first one, and that was a long time. I mean, he's up there, right? So that was years ago, but.
And I know that you don't do this for the reward or the recognition, but you have received so much recognition, rightfully so, including this 2025 presidential award. So I guess, how does it feel to receive this recognition and to be a finalist?
Well, it's wonderful, to be so highly thought of by the administration and my colleagues in the profession, right? So that's very rewarding. What makes this really special, I would say, is that the two former students of mine, and of JFK are also in this with me. They are up for math, right?
Yes.
So that's very rewarding. But
Yeah.
just to receive this recognition, it's just really, it's different each time, but it's always something I'm very grateful for, and I just thank all the students who've made me successful.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it's they who have made that happen.
Definitely. And congratulations again on Teacher of the Year and, of course, for this 2025 Presidential Award.
Thank you so much, Destiny.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sports, birthday shout-outs, and more coming up next.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Holiday guys, welcome back to another episode of Foodie Call. Today we're at
California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh yeah, we're at the Agano location trying out their dinner trio.
This trio is $45 and it's made for 2 people. So it comes with 1 appetizer of your choice, 1 half salad, and either a pasta or a pizza.
Yeah, and we have 2 sets today just to try out what other items they can
mix and match. For me, I got my appetizer as the avocado rolls, and then my half salad is the Thai crunch salad, classic. And then I got the kung pao pasta.
And I got the spinach artichoke for both of us, actually, because I can't finish that by myself.
I can't finish this either.
I got the Caesar salad and the shaved mushroom pizza.
Oh yeah.
Let's dig in.
Should we start with the appetizers? Yeah. Let's start. Chips. Spinach artichoke. Cheers. Oh.
Yum.
So good.
That's the perfect way to start a meal.
Avocado rolls. Are you a spicy ranch or a regular ranch?
I'm a regular ranch.
I'm a spicy ranch.
Wow, that's a good bite, Shane.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That crunch.
Oh my god.
This is my go-to when I come here. Do my happy dance.
These always make me do my happy dance.
That was a good start.
Round of applause for the appetizer.
Before we move on to the salad, should we have some Pepsi?
Cheers.
Cheers. That is a good pair. Mix.
Oh my god. Cheers. Yeah. I love a classic Caesar, honestly.
You can never go wrong with a Thai crunch. It has that peanut flavor, the cilantro for like the extra, and it's healthy. Look all that.
The Caesar's very fresh, very light, and the croutons make it that crunchy, and the cheese adds that final flavor on top.
But now we're ready for the main course.
Main course.
Before we get into it, let's do one more Pepsi break because pasta and pizza are always better with Pepsi.
Cheers.
I'm ready. So this is the kung pao chicken. Pasta, it's pasta. There's chicken in there.
Shaved mushroom.
Peanuts. And this one's spicy. All right. Cheers, Kobe.
Cheers. Yep.
So good. I love the kung pao because it has a sweet flavor to it, but it also has like kick with the spice. So it's sweet and sour. And period.
The pizza, the mushrooms are like juicy, has all that flavor in it. It blends really well with like the spinach and the white sauce, and it's my go-to pizza.
You can also get the works pizza.
Barbecue chicken.
Pepperoni pizza, mushroom pepperoni sausage pizza, kung pao chicken.
Bolognese spaghetti.
For the appetizers, you can either get the avocado rolls or the spinach dip that we got, or you can get chicken kelaguen and corn guacamole.
And then for the half salads, you can get the Thai crunch, the Caesar, and the Italian chopped salad. A lot to choose from, a lot of different ways you guys can share this dinner trio. Okay.
All right, guys, so Kobe and I are gonna finish this up and take some to the office. Thank you so much to Pepsi for sponsoring this, and thank you to our friends at CPK for taking care of us.
Oh yeah. You can get this dinner trio at both locations here in Agana and Tumon, Monday to Wednesday, 4 to 9. And you can either have it dine in or take it out.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of the coastline along PD bomb holes.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here.
Happy Fresco Friday, everyone. I'm Kobe Onadera, and today I'll be sitting in Jason's chair because we've officially made it to Friday and it's the weekend tomorrow. But first, we're gonna get off with our News Bites today. So Catholic Social Service will be hosting their Legacy of Hope Brunch Gala on October 19 at the Hotel Nico, Guam. The brunch will be held at the Tossi Ballroom from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is $75 for adults, $40 for kids ages 4 to 11. All proceeds will go to the Alley Shelter and the Emergency Food Pantry. And these guys are both celebrating 45 years of service. So for tickets, call 671-635-1406. And the 21st LifeWorks Guam Candle Memorial Service and Holy Mass. It'll be presided by the Most Reverend Ryan Jimenez, the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Agana, on September 27 at the St. Anthony Gymnasium from 8 to 10 a.m. Registration fee is waived and donations for Rainbow of All Children of Guam is much appreciated. The 31st Annual Guam International Coastal Cleanup 2025 takes place on Saturday, September 20. There will be cleanup about 23 locations, and for more information, you can scan the QR code today. And that wraps up News Bites today. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay safe.
Happy birthday to Josiah Noah Cruz. Happy 18th birthday to Josiah Noah Cruz, son of Ricky F. Cruz Jr., former resident of Derry, Guam. Josiah is now residing in North Carolina with his mother, Eva, and the family. And wishing you the best of turning 18 and sending you love from all your family right here on Guam. We love you, Josiah, and we hope you have a wonderful birthday. Love the Cruz and Santos clan.
Also, happy birthday to Pacas and Augustine. Happy